Oh man, it's time to get ready. It's time to do this. We're gonna have some fun today, aren't we? Let's head over. Let's get this thing started. Hey there, friends. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it might be in your part of the world. Where's the button? There it is.
Greetings, my excellent friend.
It is so good to see you. My name is Jeff Fritz, and today is February 26th, 2026. That's a lot of 26s. And we're going to write a little bit of code today. How you doing there, chat room? I see a couple folks made it in here early. Got us started. We're broadcasting live on Twitch, YouTube, and LinkedIn. That's a thing. And I see somebody recognized that we were on LinkedIn. There we go. The map is live. Yes. How you doing there, Patty boy? Atrum, hello to you. Pixelty, how's it going there in Sweden? We got a couple folks in Sweden today. Hello, hello. CTI Geek. Yes. First post, indeed. So it's good to see you. Thank you for tuning in. And another Swede, Thindal. Hello. Good to see you. I knew to put this on there, didn't I? What? Since I knew you'd be looking for jobs. No, didn't know that at all. No. No, don't get angry. Get orchard. I visited the Angry Orchard in October. It was a great time to be there and had so much fun. Really enjoyed my visit to Angry Orchard. Yes, the map is lighting up. You can see the map of all the various locations that folks are sharing right there, and you can watch them pop up on the map. As people post in chat, you can be as accurate or as inaccurate as you'd like. And just like Thindal is trying to confuse the heck out of our map here. Yes. I didn't open YouTube on my second screen over here so that I could keep an eye on the tube of all yous. So let's do that real quick. Pardon me. Come on. Open, you lame Google website of doom. You're not going to do that, are you? That's fine. I see what this is. You make me sad. Actually, really? Is YouTube down? Like, YouTube's not responding. Like, oh no. I'm going to start some music while I'm over here at the very least. Or maybe it's my network connection, because stuff's not playing. No. Even Spotify's not kicking up here. What? Relaunch that. I don't get it. Spotify's reinstalling. Okay. It's like this machine can't get to anything on the network. It can't get to GitHub. It can't get anywhere. What? It's weird. That's really weird. Not gonna lie. Fortunately, I don't need that for today's stream. I can just restart it. There it goes. YouTube was down last week in the UK. Yeah, I think there's something with the network on this machine. Isn't half the things down in the UK? Yes, that's totally a thing. So, let me see here. Let's see. So I'm getting that rebooted. What else is going on? I've been working on the Blazor web forms components. So these are components that I've been working on for a long time now. And now that we have not just Copilot, but I can unleash the squad to not just build components, but verify and test and do some acceptance testing. This has gotten pretty amazing what we've been able to do very, very quickly to build out components, validate them, update, do additional auditing passes, and it's not a lot of time at all that we're going through to get these things built and delivered that are going to provide, quite frankly, significant value. So I've been iterating and getting that moving in the right direction, and been finding some really good success with this. I want to show you where we are, talk a little bit about the future of where this thing's going to go, and get into some other shenanigans that we've been working on here in stream. Blazor Components, so I'm using Fox Pro. You got it. I'm using Fox Pro with Microsoft Access, and a little bit of Excel in there also. So, how you doing there, Digital Drummer Jay? Hello. Nova. No, I'm not going to be rough on you. No. Community ones. What community ones? Do I have set budgets of what I can use, or do I get free reign of credits? I get free reign of credits. And it's not, I appreciate the unintended pun here of free reign. But reign is REIGN, I think is the reign that you're thinking of. But yes, it is raining credits on Fritz's Copilot use here. In fact, here I'll jump over and I'll show you on the big screen while I'm waiting for my other machine to start here, so I can start playing music. You'll see right there. I've used over 49 million requests on working on this over the last 2 days. Does it show me in dollars? 15 requests is what GitHub charges you on. You're charged on the number of premium requests. So even though I've used 47 million tokens, right? 44.8 million of those are cached. But even though I've used that many tokens, I'm only charged on those 15 requests. 25 requests is $1 American. I'll let you do the math from there. So, yeah. That's when that hits, it's like, oh, okay. So am I going to compete with Telerik and DevExpress? No, not at all. Not in the least. This is completely different. No. There we go. My machine's starting up over here. This is completely different. These are components that are based on the original web controls that shipped with web forms. These have nothing to do with those premium, sophisticated, really high quality controls that you can get from vendors like DevExpress and so forth. So there's something there that's much more interesting that we can deliver and kind of set direction on. Digital Drummer J has a question here. Did I ever figure out what was going on with Squad UI not showing the metrics? What's happening with Squad UI? So Squad UI is another project that we're working on here on stream. That, do I have it open? I don't. Let me go grab that real quick. Here we go. What Squad UI does is it'll generate metrics and graphs and things for you based on how your agents are working using Squad, our plugin series of tools that runs on top of GitHub Copilot. These graphs are really cool, but they need to be able to capture that data. The challenge that we have, and that happens with this, is when you're using Squad, you can store your data either locally in Markdown files to keep track of issues and milestones, or you can push it out to a third-party service like GitHub, and GitHub is the first one that Squad supported. The challenge is if it's stored locally, Squad stores it in all kinds of different formats because it's non-deterministic. So this is looking for specific formats to parse and load and present. And depending on what format things are stored in, it's having a hard time. So we're working on that. This is going to take a little bit to go through. That said, though, and I've got to be careful what I say, because I know I know that some folks are watching who blog a little bit. There's a lot more folks at Microsoft that are using Squad. A lot more folks at Microsoft are using Squad. And if anybody wants to talk about that, I'm happy to off stream. So, but I will leave it at there's a lot more folks that are using Squad. There we go. Now we're back and running. Now I can see YouTube. And yes, Spotify's running. Let's start right here. At Wrong Way. This is Stream Beats. This is music that's DMCA free. There you go. Use it wherever you'd like. Big thanks to Harris Heller and his team of creators for this music we're listening to today. I need to put on my Gunner glasses, but I am like so far behind on sending them photos and video content, and I feel terrible about that. I have hats, the first two hats ready to ship out. The Aspire hats, they're going to be made next week, and we should get those in and shipped out soon. Very soon. So, let me catch up here on some of the messages in chat. Does it show you, though, in dollars what it would have cost? I can see that on my GitHub dashboard. Before I have another sip of coffee here, let me show you something. Let me show you something. This is just one project over the last 2 days. Last weekend, I was running anywhere between 6 to 10 projects nonstop all weekend. And that 47 million is a joke.
Chuck Beasley just gifted 10 subs.
10 gift subs into the channel. Oh my goodness. Chuck, how you doing there? Thank you so much for the gift subs. Azure Koi, Arixa, Marisox, Little Andy 77, Eachrum, Van Flick, Dapper SW, Too Much Hassle, Mr. Bagoma, and Kid for President Bish. Congratulations. You got gift subs from our friend Chuck Beasley. Thank you so much, Chuck. I really appreciate that support. Yeah, that is fantastic. Thank you for the gift subs into the channel. I'm catching up on chat. I want to get to your messages there. Enough Stuff asks, please consider keeping track of what these projects would cost someone in real life.
Yes.
No.
The position has shifted. Current latitude, 50.8 north. No. The trajectory was not disclosed to them. Proceeding.
I'd love to know more about what that is. No, I'm sorry, Enough Stuff, I'm not. I'll peek in every now and again, but that's $1, and you get 1,500 requests each month. In 2 days of me drilling this, it actually spent only an hour and a half running on 15 premium requests. No, there's no reason for me to track how much this would cost somebody in real life, because this project is running well within a monthly subscription cost. There's more of this. So no need. This is well within a regular person's running for their one subscription for $40 American a month. So, would I consider doing a session on how to set up squads sometime? I've got 3 videos out there that show you how to do it, and we'll go through and be using it a bit today. So, yes. C# Fritz is offline for you? Really? I haven't touched. That's a redirect to that URL. You can check that out. How you doing there, Codebase Alpha? So around 270, 510 US dollars? No. For 2 days, less than $1. Less than, and that's overage. That's if I were to break through the 1,500 that I was granted. So, no. Not at all. So, yeah. Like, if you're working on one project at a time, you're going to be well within your limits. I'm clearly somebody who's a little bit different from let's say about 99% of the developers in the world. I'm a little bit different. I do this thing. I work for the company and I build content. I build product. I build a bunch of things. And me being able to run 10 projects simultaneously for an entire weekend, yes, that's going to cost a little bit more. Yes, there's definitely an acceptable cost to being able to run 10 squads simultaneously for 72 hours. I'll tell you that I used more than 1 billion tokens over that. Okay? But that's 10 projects, one account, simultaneously. And I've been doing that most of the month. If you were running 10 projects simultaneously on one pro account, my overage is a little bit more expensive. But because I work for the company, it's it's waived. My blue mug is playing tricks with the chroma key. So the AI price calculations on those values are quite off. Well, what do you mean by the AI price calculations? What AI price calculations are you looking at? Because that's the calculation that you should be looking at with GitHub. Right? Over here. And there's a redirect issue with the c#fritz.com domain that comes up every now and again. That's just a thing. So if you're using this one, $39 a month, $400 for the year, you get all models and you get 5 times as many premium requests as Pro. Okay? So you get 1,500 requests. I used 15 overnight over 2 days with Squad. So I'm good for 100 days. And there's only 30 in a month. So I could run 3 projects simultaneously on that same thing. But you are measured and you are charged on premium requests. Additional premium requests are 4 cents a request. So you get 25 additional requests for each dollar. Right? So for every 25 requests you go above that, it's $1. Now, if you're watching the recording of this, this is as of February 2026. Okay? Pricing models and the values of these things do change over time. The number of requests could go up that are included. They could go down. The dollar values could change, but the offer right now is $1,500 a month. You are well within those limits. If you're a professional developer, you should be able to spend $40 a month for the amount of hyper productivity that you're getting out of this. For those 15 requests a month, even if you're working and doing that just during the day, during the 5 days of the work week, so you're working 20 days out of the month. 20 days out of the month, And if you're using 10 to 15 requests, premium requests a day for your squad to go and do things, you can fit in that $10 a month. And if you were to go over by a couple, so what? Great, it cost you $15 this month. Just roll over to the 40 then, if it's delivering enough for you. Like, the amount of productivity that you're getting out of this, do it. Like, trust me, this is valuable for you. Are those 15 premium requests on Opus or 5 requests? You know what? Thank you, Famda. That is a very, very good point. Let me bring that back up over here. So that's 15 premium requests. That's using Opus, which is the 3x multiplier. That's actually 5 requests that I sent in because it's on the 3x multiplier that you see right there. Thank you, Famda, for making a very good point there. Because I'm using one of the more premium models, there's a multiplier there. If you're using Sonnet, there's a 1x multiplier there, and those are truly 15 requests. Thank you. Yes, very good point. Keeping that info alongside the output is extra work, but very helpful for you. Once again, I'm with this amount of work that it's done, I'm well within a regular subscription. Biggest worry you have here is what happens when Copilot decides they want to make money instead of losing money. What does that mean? How would those prices spike? So we've seen prices spike on Cursor, on Claude. We haven't seen any price movement on Gemini. We haven't seen any pricing on Ollama. The ones that have not seen price movements, OpenAI, Copilot, and Gemini, are all run by the big cloud vendors. They've got the money, they've got the compute that they're using and letting you rent time on. When we talk about Claude and Cursor, they're running on somebody else's platform. They don't own the cloud. They don't own the machines that your AI workloads are running on. So they need to raise prices to cover how much they're spending to use those resources and pay their people to continue building features. So when you think about what goes into their entire model, let me come back over here. When you think about what goes into their entire model for one of those AI vendors to deliver features to you that don't own their cloud, they're buying context window from the other cloud vendors. So, yeah, if they're $20 a month that they're asking you to pay is not giving as much context window as it used to because there's more people using it, they're going to raise prices. Go ahead, take a look at that hack. Go ahead. It's right there. You can tell it's a real hack because I can do this. So, it's kind of an open secret that Copilot is one of the best values for software development. Tell that to the people on Twitter.
Angry Orchard slogan hat confirmed.
Boom. Ads are in progress right now on Twitch because they need to pay their bandwidth bills. You're testing the CLI now. You like the VS Code experience. The CLI is new territory. What you find when you start using the Copilot CLI is that your debugging experience, and this is why Squad is so valuable, your debugging experience goes down when you start to bring in additional agents that do testing for you. Don't just have that one agent that's out there that's writing code. Have another one that's writing the unit tests, another one that's writing acceptance tests. Have another agent out there that is your customer that's doing acceptance testing. Now, because that one request you sent on the Copilot CLI, one request, fans out into those tasks that the squad is picking up and working on. You'll hear that sound, and it means time to come back and take a look. Now, stuff's getting built, front end, back end, and whatever other features you need. And then tests are being run and extended appropriately and validating all the things that you need. And it's going to come back with that tone. And now we'll be able to take a look, and then we can do human acceptance testing at that point to review and see what's in the box. So, Alu has run out of tokens this month. You've read that Copilot is cracking down on some of the abuse of their pricing? Says who? Billing can be bypassed using a combo of sub-agents with an agent definition. Kind of. So, how you doing there, Napalm Codes? Hello. You do always have tokens available to say Thindal is awesome. You can tell Windsurf has to pay Claude overhead when 4.6 Opus High Thinking is a 12x multiplier. Exactly. Yes. Where was it? Up there somewhere. You got a GTX 1060. No, that's not enough. So, Farty Marty 52. Hello, you're a web developer looking to start vibe coding with
Hello, I'm Charlie.
Hello.
But you can call me, well, Charlie. Now, Fritz, about this code. It's not very timey-wimey, is it?
I'm not looking at code yet, Charlie. I appreciate the Doctor Who inspired quote, though. Any good tips? Farty Marty, you're going to see me using a tool with Copilot CLI called Squad today that is so impressive with how it manages and builds things for you. Yes. OpenSpec, SpecKit, they both kind of do the same thing. So, you have it running on 2 greenfield projects, says Famda, waiting to see where it takes them. Yeah, Famda, I get it. Claude is adjusting their terms of service because they notice folks writing wrappers around their CLI. Yes, they are. The Copilot CLI has an SDK available. You don't need to write anything special to work with their CLI. We give you a tool to do it. It works in JavaScript and Python and Java and .NET. You'd like to wrap the CLI? Here you go. Go ahead and do it. Copilot has all the models available on it. Go ahead, do it. Here they are. Why not? And you pay by the request. So, yeah, they're not happy. And you need a different subscription to use Claude's SDK. Yeah. Oh, man, I'm enjoying the coffee today. Let me tell you. I tell you what. Let me head over. Let's take a look and see what it found, what it's working on, where we are here with the work. So this is working on Blazor Web Forms components, and it finished 4 work streams for me concurrently. The naming container that Blazor ships with, I want to make sure that it delivers the appropriate names that match the old Web Forms control names. So there's a naming container razor that renders no HTML, establishes naming scope. Okay. Use CTL prefix parameter for full Web Forms compatibility. I don't like that. Component ID generator updated to recognize the prefix. 4 new tests. That's in 1 commit. Menu rendering mode table. So the menu component that we had built was only rendering unordered lists. One of the other capabilities that the menu had was to be able to say, render this as a table. And we went and got that implemented along with some tests to check and verify. Some research on the identity components to figure out, can we wire these up to Blazor identity? Recommends a separate NuGet package to do that. Not terrible. So that reduces the number of divergences we have. I'm reading here. Exact matches on HTML, that we need that improved. Features missing in Blazor, that's cruising down. Calendar similarity, we're getting there. It's a very complex control. So 1200 tests passing, up from 1253. Recommended next steps: sample data alignment sprint. I already have a sample data shared project. It sounds like I just need to get Copilot aware of that. Take a look at that in just a second with you and show you what I'm talking about. Create remaining Blazor audit markers. 64 controls are still missing Blazor captures. What I've done is I've set up Copilot to put markers, HTML markers, around components and take screenshots with Playwright and grab the rendered HTML and store that off to the side so that we can compare against the exact same thing from web forms. So I actually have Copilot running a IIS Express instance, navigating around and taking screenshots and grabbing HTML snippets and doing complete comparisons there. Normalizer enhancements, GUID ID stripping, empty style removal. I don't know what that means. Identity package implementation. Yeah, I'm not worried about that one. Let's postpone the identity package. Sample data we can talk about and get through here. Committed all my naming on the backlog. Good. 32 commits ahead of the dev branch and push to origin, ready to go. Eddie has the $200 plan, gives an API key. Oh, cool. Pretty much every single cloud service Microsoft out there is going API, CLI, GUI. I'm kinda, not entirely, but pretty much. I'll buy in with that. Anything you can do in the Azure portal, you can do with API calls. Yes and no, but I'm not going to debate. Yeah, you're amazed how many great systems are determined to not allow devs to integrate with it. Well, see, that's just it. Like, Twitter and Twitch both skyrocketed, took off because developers were integrating and extending and showing other cool things. And then they both reeled in those capabilities, and now what? That's right, we're still going to play Minecraft after we get this thing kicked up a notch here. When you use C# to write your title cycles and create music for it. Yes. Let's give it some feedback here on all of this. So let me open up the folder over here and we can take a quick peek. Inside my samples folder, there is shared sample objects. This is a project that has some models in it that can be used for shared interactions between them. Regarding common models and data, use the shared sample objects library to deliver the same data to both Blazor and web forms projects. Samples. Yeah, I think that works. Let's dictate to this. I'm talking to you here. Yeah, the naming container component, we have another component that we've added that wraps all the things for doing skins and themes support. I feel like we should have just one wrapper component that provides skins and themes support, naming container support, that we can put in the router that just does all of the legacy web forms support. We did the menu rendering mode, login identity. Yeah. Let's put the login and identity tasks on a future milestone that we will schedule at some point. I want to delay that to be worked on. Okay. So let's have it do that little bit of research, and we'll come through here. I've even been doing...
Sir, I've run a diagnostic on your recent commits.
Have you? And
the results are concerning.
Well, I've had Copilot.
Shall I prepare a rollback strategy?
No, you don't need to. I'm just going to have Copilot do more to examine and tell me what's going on there. You bucket of bolts. So I've been using Copilot also to examine my YouTube channel and help me write scripts for additional content here. That's coming. Over here, this is Squad 365. I'm going to park that for now. I recruited the Seinfeld sitcom characters to work on adding features to aspirify.net. I haven't been working on or managing that website in almost 2 months, and there's a bunch of content and articles that needs to get published and put on that website. Now, I have a crawler that listens to a Google Alerts RSS feed so that whenever Aspire is mentioned, it drops an entry into an Azure storage table. So I have a queue out there of content that needs to be reviewed and decided, let's put this on the website or not. But it's a lot of content, and I don't want to spend time going through it. So I automated it. I recruited the characters from Seinfeld, Jerry, George, Elaine, and Kramer, to build a tool that would analyze the content, generate a report, and recommend, should I accept this content or not, and automatically put content onto the website and learn from the things that I like and that I don't like. It went ahead and built this, and you can see the thinking here. It doesn't matter what it thought, because at the end of the day here, it delivered a solution. And we're going to go through in test and look at that today. You out there, my friends in the chat room, I'm going to look at
this mission is too important for me to allow you to jeopardize it.
I'm not jeopardizing it. Trust me on this one. Trust me on this one. Because you're going to love me on this one. Longtime viewers in the chat.
I have to hand it to you at Napalm Codes. You've managed to create a whole new level of chaos.
You have. Chat room. The legacy sound effects are back.
Oh my.
They're back.
And then...
That's right. Squad migrated them. Did that overnight.
Squirrel!
Yes, they're all back. Thank you, Squad. Thank you, Copilot. So, let me catch up with chat here. I'm not usually typing.
Take it one step at a time. Identify the problem. Fix it.
That's what I've been telling Copilot to do, and it's been doing an amazing job. Right? Hey, Bruno's here. How you doing there? Yes. So Bruno had Brady on the AI stream this week. You can find that over on YouTube. You got to check that out. Yes, one of them. You got to check it out. It was a great discussion talking about Squad and how you can use it to do more. Hey, Ocular Malice, you're curious? You're trying to set up Copilot in this project's Copilot instructions. Is all of that written by hand? No, dude. Let's do this from the get-go. Let me do the 0 to Squad real quick, all right? I'm going to go over, and let's start here. Let's just call this test app. I don't know. I don't care. I'm just going to do this. Here's the deal. I'm in an empty folder. You want to get Copilot, you want to get Squad set up to work on your project? Real easy. NPX, GitHub, Brady Gaster, Squad. That's it. Okay? I will paste that command into chat. Real easy to do. Then, open Copilot. Copilot's open. I'm going to tell it to use the Squad agent with the /agent command right there. Choose Squad. I like to put it into YOLO mode. We call it autopilot mode, but it's you're only going to live once. Let it just build and run and approve anything it wants to do. All right, here we go. I need a squad of folks that are named after the first generation Decepticons from the Transformers cartoon. They're going to be used to build a small application to manage my coin collection. That's it. That's all you need to do. And away we go. It's going to allocate the squad. It's going to assign roles to the squad. And I didn't even tell it a technology stack to use. I just said, this is what I want. So it's initializing. You want a coin collection management app? What language and stack are you building? Well, given the user is me, this is likely Jeff Fritz, a well-known .NET developer advocate at Microsoft. I'll go with C#. It's allocating Megatron to lead. Starscream is our front-end developer. Really? Soundwave is our back-end developer. Shockwave is our tester. And then we have Scribe and Ralph hanging out there that are going to manage memory and also be our micromanaging software developer manager.
I am not a moron. I'm highly intelligent. I just don't always know what I'm doing. Like you, Fritz.
And away it goes. It's making decisions, and it's going to start creating some directories to manage the personality charters for this, and it's going to be off and running. Now, in setting this up, I've used a single premium request to tell it to start setting up things. I'm using Claude Opus. That's it. That's all you need to do to get started here. Hey, Rick. Good to see you. Hello. Grego Waffles. I had a great conversation with Grego last night. I was playing Overwatch, and I felt like, who is it? Who's in who's the martial artist in the Legend of Drunken Master movies? That's not Jackie Chan. Wasn't Bruce Lee one of them? But I feel like I'm in the Legend of Drunken Master when I play Overwatch at night. Because my aim gets better the more whiskey I drink. You'd think it'd be the other way around. But man, it was fun last night. The Visual Studio AI live stream on Squad this week was a great discussion. Yes, it was. Yes. How you doing, Nolly, in Austin, Texas? Ionescu dropping a pin in Finland. Yes, the map is filling out. Thank you so much. You can head over to mapcsharpfritz.com. Check out what's going on over there. Sean says, you'll think there'll be arguments between Megatron and Starscream. You might be onto something there. You're totally going to have the crew of Firefly be your squad? Ocular Malice. Yes, do it. I think you saw I have the cast of Cheers as one of my squads. I have the cast of Seinfeld, the characters of Seinfeld, as another one of my squads. I have a bunch of tanks from Overwatch as one squad, and I have a bunch of DPS as another squad working on stuff. So, right, and the power of having these pop culture characters, and gosh, our friend Carl Franklin has a bunch of rock guitarists as his squad. Cool. The idea is make it something that you can relate to and is easier for you to work with than saying, oh, I need the back-end developer to go and do this. No. Starscream, you need to go work on this. That's a little bit more fun and keeps us more interested in writing code and having a good time, because this is a good time. How about a security member of the squad or that's something better in CI/CD? Why not? We can do that. Sure. Let's bring it up. Let me head back over to the code. I think that's a great idea. There we go. And it didn't actually start building it here yet. Let's add a member to the team that can be our security officer that's reviewing, ensuring that both authentication and authorization capabilities for the web application are handled properly. And
are you wearing clean underwear? You better be wearing clean underwear.
And are preventing appropriate intrusions from SQL injection and other hack attempts. I think that was Mom. Thanks, McNats. Hey, Bruno. Good to see you again. Yes. Bruno and I had a great discussion on, was it Tuesday? About various things around Squad, and we were talking with some of our other team members about some things that we want to do and that we've learned and we've been able to achieve by using Squad to analyze and work with some of our stuff. Can I put the sound commands on the screen again for a while? Try help.
How typical. We're going to be deleted. Or worse, we'll be running in production.
Yeah, that. Running in production. Catching up here. Nope, there's no Megatron quotes. That's an amazing terminal project. Add it to your to-do list. Yes. Did I do a video with Nick Chapsis? That was a long time ago that I did an interview with Nick. Yes, a long time ago. Nick doesn't talk to me too much anymore. So there's that. We told it to add a security team member. Let's see what it's doing here. User wants to add a new member. And the highlight here isn't great on this terminal. Allocate a team member, blah, 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 blah. For a security officer, good picks could be Soundwave. Well, that's already taken. Laserbeak, Ravage, and Barricade. Leaning toward Ravage. Ravage feels like the right choice. Okay, great. So we've allocated now Ravage as our security engineer to do Auth-Z, injection prevention, and OWASP. Fantastic. So now let's plan the first 3 milestones. Always tell it to plan milestones. I want each milestone to be a fully runnable website with additional features on each incremental release. Yeah. I want to be able to log a list of the coins that I've collected along with photos that are stored in Azure Blob Storage, and let's use Azure Table Storage as our backing data source, period. I'd really like to use Aspire to orchestrate and manage this solution. And away it goes. That's it. I don't need to think, plan, do more. Let it work on this. It's going to plan out 3 milestones and give me, here's what I'm going to do on each one of these things. And that's like, it's going to come back and give me, here's the recommendations. Here's what I'm going to do. Did I do a video with that Eric Johansson? I don't remember. I don't remember. Clickbait. Yeah, right. What happened? Nothing happened. What if Charlie messages napalm codes? Yeah, what if it does? You like my vibe? Thank you, Farty Marty. I can't believe I'm talking to somebody named Farty Marty. Like, chat. Come on. Help me out here. That said, I did go out for barbecue last night with Mrs. C Sharp Fritz, and I had a lot of baked beans. I had the baked beans with the beef mixed in. It was delicious. Not gonna lie. I had the Memphis Belle, the Tennessee style barbecue sauce, and oh my lord. But the beans got to me a little bit too, Farty Marty. Not gonna lie. So, moving on. Let me see here. Am I able to question the squad to get update status from each member? Sure. Let's go back over here. Nah, this one's still working on the stuff. 1,267 tests passed. Committing the sample data alignment. Really? Tell me back up here. Where I gave it the thing. I see the pattern. Let me check a few more files. Yeah, there you go. I see the mismatches clearly. Yeah. Cool. So it's going to town here with our web forms components. We won't look at this one right now. Who keeps doing that? Like, I know you can do this with the channel point redemption, and I know one of you is doing that. All right, so we got a milestone plan and Azure Blob storage for photos, Azure Table Storage for data, .NET Aspire for orchestration, so on and so forth. I want to ask Starscream, how's he doing? How does he feel about the orchestration and organization of this squad, period? Does Starscream feel like that he can be productive working with Megatron in this organization, ? Or do we need to do something to make sure that our squad members can collaborate properly? And you'd like hamsters mode. You'd like hamsters mode. I'll get on the other side of the ad break and we'll take a look at that. See, somebody's out there pushing on the channel point redemptions, and now all hell's gonna break loose. Like, I've already given you folks the ability to play sound effects. I've given you a map to play with over here. And I love that you're sharing your locations. This is fantastic. I have so much fun looking at this and playing with this while we're on stream here. And I don't know what you're doing over here. And Chuck likes to place a pin out in the middle of Challenger Deep over here. Like, And right, Robson Previato chiming in Sao Paulo. So good to see you, my friend. Thank you for tuning in. But like, I give you folks an inch and you take a mile. Like, really? Really? Let me go back over here. I want to show you what's been going on with the Blazor web components, and we'll dig in a little bit more. The middle of Antarctica. Sorry, can't find that one. These are, of course, the Blazor web form components. We've been working on these. We started in 2019. And now I've been letting Copilot go crazy working on this, and I've got a better looking sample website, and that's not even the latest sample website. But you can run all the Blazor samples live in the browser. And even the charts work. The charts, if you remember, if you're a longtime viewer here in the channel, first off, oh my gosh, thank you. The charts were one of the ones that we were avoiding and thinking, man, we're not going to be able to get this thing working. Copilot got it working. We've got charts working that you can style and make look however you want. Now, these are using a JavaScript library. They're not rendering on the server, so they're presenting differently, but they work. The grid view does all the things. You can click through and tinker with this and see all the things here. There is a complete set of documentation out here that shows you how to use all of these things. Okay? There's a note here about the HTML output and how the chart control behaves a little bit differently. It's funny you should ask that, JSups. I was just commenting. These are working tremendous on the $10 a month Copilot plan. The $10 a month plan gets you 300 requests. I'll go show again over here. I've used 24 requests. Now, over the last 2 days, I'm using a 3x multiplier model. So I've actually only put in 8 requests if you were to use a less premium model. And, like, I'm well within my my limits, right? And even if this was overage, even if I had used up all of my credits coming into Wednesday? No, coming into Tuesday when I started this, it's $1 in overage because it's 25 premium requests for $1 American. So fine by me. And I've used almost 75 million tokens. That's in the current pricing model. For those of you watching the recording, the current pricing model here in February 2026. That number might go up on the number of allocated requests. That number might go down. That price might go left and right. I don't know what the future it leads. I can tell you what the pricing model is today. And I'm using Squad to do this. So I'm not just sending in one request and one agent is going and doing something. In this case, I've got 7 agents that are working. That's right. That is $1 American. US dollar. That's an American dollar. It's greenback. Got George Washington on the front. Got a little bit of steak caught in the back here. Let's clean that out. What's funny is I'm saying this, and most of the folks that are watching right now are in Europe. And of those folks that are watching in Europe, I think about half of you are in the UK. Like, all right. So the agents work very well. So M. Phillipson, how you doing there in Kent? Right? We got an entry there in Kent. There you go. Very cool. Not only in the UK. Oh no, but to my point, most of our viewers are actually in Europe.
This is amazing.
It
By
is.
which I mean concerning.
No.
Your application has stopped responding again.
No, it's running. The map is running, Charlie. So, it didn't drop the Finland. Yeah, it's got Ionescu there. Have I seen Spacetime DB? I have not seen it, and yes, sure, you can do that. Nah, I don't have the help command wired up. But, like Anani just did, they're saying hello from Vaughan, Ontario, and it drops a mark right there in Ontario. So, you don't have to do any special commands or anything. It just drops a pin in there. You've been pinned to the UK like everybody else. How you doing there, John Peter? So, right. There's Rick. There you go. So, and the map fills out. I have no idea what's going on there. Airbnb Bacon? Yeah! Yeah! Love the screen name, Airbnb Bacon. I can appreciate that one. That's something right there. So we've got things happening with we've got 19 viewers on the map today. Yeah, our record is 53. I don't know why it says record today of 58. I don't know what that means. 28. But we'll see how we do here. I'm going to be able to go a little bit longer today. In Nashville, yeah. I spent some time in Nash Vegas last year before. So, and those of you that don't know why it's called Nash Vegas, trust me, it's well earned. Nashville is a fantastic town to visit. Yes, Nash Vegas. It is. It is a tremendous visit. So, Sawney Mountain. It recognized that location for you, low vis. In Georgia. There you go. I'm going to head back over. So, the Blazor Components here, they're grinding away. Final status check. Nice. M14 commits. I didn't tell you to go to M14. Jubilee's working. Beast. I have the X-Men working on this project. I don't know if you're actually pinned to the UK. Let me take a look at... I have a console back here I can see. Yeah, ice cream stick model. Yeah, not only UK. It did put you in there. I'll update your location here to Finland. But like I said, I have the console. And it should have just updated you... right over here. New viewer checking in from Finland. There we go. So I got you taken care of. Maybe because it was the knot. That's definitely a bug. You think Pigeon Forge is closer to Las Vegas than Nashville? So there you go. Filling out as our American friends come online. What's neat is if you mouse over these locations, it shows you kind of a right, a polygon around the locations. I don't. There's stuff going on. I've been letting Charlie write too much of his own code because, like I show you last night. I had the squad go and migrate over my legacy sound effects I was mentioning a little bit ago. So I don't know what else it's writing in there. But those are out there for us to play with and have fun dropping sound effects. I need to generate a help command. Can we do that? Can you add a help command like we previously had in the old Stream Tools that shows the list of these legacy sound effects that are available for folks to use? Period. I don't want you to list commands that can be used by administrators or moderators or the broadcaster. And let it go and let's see what it comes up with. Cool. So how did we do over here? It says it's, here we go. Built web forms page, unified legacy wrapper component. Nice. Inherits from the naming container, adds theme cascading, 6 tests, full documentation. That's what I'm talking about right there. Created product and employee shared models in our shared sample objects. So this is a library that's just out there, so we have data that we can present and work with, right? I don't have to think about it, it's just there. Align the details view, data page.
Survive this infinite loop, and you may earn your release.
It's actually more of a Ralph loop, but okay. Removed all duplicate inline model classes from both web forms and Blazor samples. Nice. 1,267 tests passing, builds clean. I'll be the judge of that. Let's see, did it push that up? It did, and I'm on M14 now, it says. Let's take a look what we have over here for pull requests on this, John. Oh, there they are. Okay. Yes, create the pull request. Do it. Do it now. And give me a summary. Yeah, I don't know what should be in here. Just make one. The whole Spacetime DB 2.0 keynote is massive shit at everyone. It's the fastest in the world, but it ends in Europop and it's fantastic. Oh, okay. You can, if you have links to materials, you can create squad members that are experts in anything. Anything. I'm serious. And it's so good. Let it run its GitHub actions there and do its thing, and I'll let that jawn spin for a minute. I'm going to come back over here. We're going to create a pull request for the next one, this unified data wrapper. I told it to, right? So the idea being there's a bunch of things that are kind of set up that we need to cascade into for our web forms projects. Give me one wrapper object that I can put up in my app.razor file in a Blazor project. And don't worry if you don't understand, because I'm talking tech about Blazor things that you don't understand. Some folks understand what I'm saying, and that's okay. We're going to get into more of the fun and nonsense here in a minute. And I have it so that we can just write it once and it wrap and make things easy to use. Templates, configuration guides, and workflow automations for managing. No, it doesn't do that. What the heck did you do? Tier 1 gold standard. This is everything. Back up a minute. What did you do? Question mark. I need you to work out and figure out what the deal is with the branches, the feature branches that you pushed to GitHub and creating. Let's create a consolidated pull request to our upstream shared repository for this project, period. I need you to work out and organize all of this and create a pull request with a sensible description and summary of what's going on. Period. Because right now you look like a group of amateurs here running around and just creating a bunch of nonsense that none of us can understand. Period. Get it together. That's my pep talk to the basketball team right there. What do you think? You want a squad member to check out the latest hype for me? Let's do that. I'm going to come back over here to my Decepticon team that's building my my coin collecting app, and Starscream has a message for me. Thank you for checking in with each of us instead of just assuming everything's running smooth. Let me give it to you straight. The structure, solid. Mostly. The role boundaries are clean. I own Blazor Pages Components, Layouts, CSS. Soundwave owns blah, blah, blah. No ambiguity about who builds what. That routing table prevents two people from stepping on each other's code. Working with Megatron, let me be honest. Megatron made a lot of architecture calls on day one. Blazor server over WebAssembly, no separate API layer, Azure table storage, SAS tokens for photos. All decided before I even touched a Razor file. Most of those are the right calls, but I wasn't in the room. Blazor server versus WebAssembly decision directly affects how I build every component. Rendering modes, interactivity boundaries, SignalR circuit management, bleh. What I'd change. Give me a seat at architecture decisions that touch the user interface. Add a lightweight contract notification step. Bottom line, the squad works. Megatron's technical calls have been reasonable, but I'm at my best when I'm collaborating on decisions, not just executing them. Let me co-drive the front-end architecture, and I'll take this coin collection app look like $1 million, literally. Have you seen what some of those coins are worth? Signed, Starscream. I interviewed an agent. That's so much fun. I want to add 2 more agents to the team for this squad. The first one, I want to be a user design and usability specialist who is going to keep up on all the latest trends and especially the color themes and swatches that are popular in fashion around the internet, period. Second, I want to add a social media specialist that is keeping an eye on social media and is talking to folks about what's great inside of our project. I want this social media expert to be able to provide insight and figure out how we can make our coin collection website something that can be more social online. Now we're adding 2 more agents to the collection. So, why not? Because we can. I barely understand. In my component library, is there how much difference compared to the web forms controls? I'm so glad you asked, Ice Cream Stick Model. I am so glad you asked. Check this out. Not that. Back over here. We're going to go down here. There's planning documents. Audit report M9. This report consolidates findings from the M9 audits. Integration test coverage, sample navigation audit. So this is not the audit. I think it is. 1 second. HTML audit, this one. This plan defines 3 milestones for a comprehensive HTML fidelity audit, comparing WebForms gold standard output against Blazor component output. At 51 to 53 components delivered, the library's value proposition is... What did you do? It's running. It's totally running. Like, it just stopped. I don't know why. There we go. I haven't seen the bot just spontaneously stop like that. There we go. So it's going through and generating and putting this together, and I have it building and working on skins and themes. Yes. So this is out there to do exactly that, and it's saving off HTML and snapshots for everything. So that's all being built. Attributes in web forms exist as properties in the Blazor components. Yep. So I'm trying to make sure that the syntax is the same. Like, if we go up and we look at the samples here, Yeah, this one. Right? So, yeah. Control samples. Let's look at the menu. Sure. Like, other than the ASP colon in the front, the menu's the same. Items? Sure. You can put items and just hard code them right there in the code. So the syntax is intended to be the same. Like text box? Sure. Single line text box? You would use text box. Except it'd be ASP text box. That's it. So one of the things that we're going to get into as we get further down here is I want to wrap all of this with a Copilot skill definition that says, here's how you migrate. Strip off the ASP colon in front of all of the tags and use this library and rebuild everything as Blazor, and Bob's your uncle. Done. That's the goal. And we are most of the way there. What does run out do? Nothing. It throws an obsolete message. So it's there. And it's purposely there to provide exact syntax matching. Can a Blazor control name have technically ASP colon? I don't think so. I don't think so. What do we do? Consolidate into a single clean PR 377. Close the stale 376. The new PR covers 40 commits across 4 milestones. 1,267 passing tests. I'll be the judge of that. Pull requests, 3 of them. Come on. There it is. And it failed. Told you. What do we got here? So, comprehensive audit and bug fixes. Yes. It renders an input type submit instead of a button now. Okay. And there's a web form page wrapper. Okay. There's all the commits, and we've got a fail right there. That's on integration test. This one fails a lot. Yeah. So I'm going to throw more AI at it. The integration tests for this pull request are failing. Investigate, submit a fix, wait for it to turn green. If it doesn't turn green and pass the integration tests, continue looping until we have passing integration tests and this milestone and pull request is ready for me to merge. And that's how you do it. One request and it's going to go off and just continue working until it works, because I've got acceptance criteria built. It knows how to test itself. So go test yourself. That didn't sound right. Go test yourself. Right? I can run .NET Watch right here. Components, no. Attribute, yes. They're called components in Blazor. They were controls in ASP.NET Web Forms. Right here. We'll open that, jawn, and there it is running locally all my samples. So particularly calendar was one that it's doing some work on because it is a lot more sophisticated. Pretty complex. It's also been doing work on the data grid and grid view. So here's the grid view with paging. Ta-da! Right? Captions and grid lines. Caption adds a caption property above the table. It actually put it below the table. So employee directory, and it put it below the table. It put it below. Theming support, that's something that I have it exploring and testing right now. The idea being, we're going to parse skin files, turn them into C# directives that can get loaded and placed appropriately when you place skin ID. So before you have app themes, corporate controls.skin, and you have this content, right, with a theme sitting out here, and then you're able to say skin ID equals danger. So these are the migration steps now. This is in proof of concept mode. This is going to be now our new web page wrapper that I had it just build with a theme defined, and those will be able to work. But the theme configuration, we're going to write a generator that looks at all the skin files and turns them into C#. That parses and does that conversion. The goal here is I want to make your conversion from web forms to Blazor mic drop, simple to do. Something that you don't even think about and you go, yeah, let's do it. And an hour or two later, it's done and it looks the same. Uses Blazor with all the latest security fixes, can get wrapped up in a Docker container, and you can push that out to a Linux server, no questions asked. All things that, and it runs literally 100x faster because it's now built on the new stack with all the great stuff. Hey, Xbox One Online, yes. House theming and Lorem Ipsum, sure, you could add that. You could add that. I think features like that might be a nice add-on after. So that's going to town now. I forget even what I told it to do. What do you mean it can't run Playwright locally? Yes, it is. Yes, Playwright is installed locally and you can use it. Period. Go to town. Go get it. Back over to the example that we were talking about. We added Thundercracker, a UA design and usability specialist. Owns visual design systems, color palettes, design trends, fashion swatches, usability reviews, and accessibility audits. Can we refer to him as, quote, Mr. Thundercracker? End quote. Oh, rats.
Confirmed. The marker has moved. 50.2 north. Yes. The heading remains constant. No deviation. Understood.
Okay. Done. He's now Mr. Thundercracker across the board. There we go. Why not? All right. So I've shown you how you can start your own squad to go and do your own things, and I was using the 3x model with it, so I threw 9 requests at it between the different configuration things. So you can certainly dial up and down how much you work with that. All right. Excuse me. Where was I? So that's working over there. We can take a look at the Minecraft stuff because it says it did the things from last time. And we'll take a look at our friends in Seinfeld. So I want to do a little bit of all of this because I do. We'll .NET run that. Have I dug out from the storm yet? How you doing there, Chris Funk? Most of it's actually melted very quickly. Very quickly here. So I'm happy about that. I'm gonna start up Minecraft because we're gonna start. Like I want to get this. I need to get this thing running so that our friend Maddie and the Aspire team can point and laugh at some of the fun that we've been doing. Aspire 312 is available. Nice. 1312. Why is that? Everything's starting. Go find the Minecraft server. Yep, that's starting. Why is this like crashing here? What are you doing? Oh boy. Address already in use. Right, because I ran this jawn. Oh, wrong one. Hang on. Run that one. Stop that one. Wish you had more from that storm. Only 3 inches. We got about 6 where I am. I thought you started here, friend. Yeah. Ignore you. That's fine. So that's the gateway. Go to the Minecraft server, dude. There we go. Nice. So we'll wait for that to start and we'll take a look at that. I should actually click to start Minecraft. So, like, it's not lost on me that I'm playing another Microsoft property on demonstrating a Microsoft dev tool. So, come on. Yeah. And then we need to look at this for aspirify.net. You got 24 inches. How you doing there, C# Josh? Yeah, New York got walloped. And Connecticut, where our friend Carl Franklin is.
Your code compiles, but at what cost?
At what cost? Plenty of cost. Why am I not getting... Not...
I'm making a note here. Huge success. At failing basic programming concepts at Sharp Fritz.
I'm not sure
your
what...
consistency is remarkable.
Well, thank you, I think. I don't know why I'm not getting the text on screen anymore. Winter's been insane. I get it. I get it.
I can feel your anger at Sharp Fritz. Your frustration with these compilation errors gives you focus.
It does.
Use it.
I will. Like, I can... Stand by.
The only way to win at code deployment is not to deploy Fritz. But where's the fun in that?
Right? I don't know why it's not showing it. Because it's here. Code with Sean.
Code with Cian just resubscribed for 68 months. Woot woot.
Woot woot indeed. How are you, my friend? So good to see you. Hello. The good old Ajax panel. Right. That was a thing. So... I should be able to, here, direct connection into this one, and we'll take a look. Change controls, there we go. There's the Fritz horses. We've got buildings, and we've got missing parts of a building. 2 buildings. Oh, man. We still got this issue? Like, I thought you fixed this. Like, really? Really? Where did we go here? This is this one. I'm gonna .NET clean this. I'm still seeing issues where there are buildings that are not being completed on the left side of the screen. In the top right of the screen, I can see that the canal is not connected to the lake. Please investigate and repair. Can I paste the image? Now somebody was saying you can do Alt-V and it'll paste. Oh, it wouldn't let me do a Control-V, but okay. So let's see if it actually sees that image that I pasted. There we go. Yes, canal not connecting to the right, to the lake. In the top right, I can see the lake and the canal system running along the buildings. The canal trunk on the west side doesn't visually connect to the lake. Right. So it can see the photo that I sent it. Hey, Phil! Yep, canal not connected to the lake. You do pick the times to join. How you doing? So, and I don't know why the bot text isn't displaying here. Like, there was a hidden, like an overflow hidden, that for some reason was not handled well. I don't see it. I like Wheatley.
Did you know that you can't actually just hope your way through a deployment?
No, you can't.
I didn't know that either until just now.
Let me open Paint, and I'll paste that image back in, and we'll take a look. Patty boy, you might be right. Let me jump back over here. Yes, expand the canvas. You're right. The fence is missing on two sides also. The fence is also missing on two sides in that image. Like TDD, but without test. So I want to do TDD and have it be able to validate these things, but I don't have a hook that we can connect in and explore and look around inside Minecraft. So I can't do automated testing on that like I can for the Blazor components. Over on the Blazor components, it's it's waiting for the builds and looking at them. So Blazor Webforms components, that ran, that completed. I've got a green check. There they all are. So I'm actually going to stop you because I can. And I'm going to merge this. Because that's a lot of work it did. Fantastic. I merged that branch into the upstream dev. Period. What do you recommend as the next steps that we take a look at as we work to make sure that we are HTML accurate and pixel perfect with these components? TDD should fix some of your problems. Not explicitly test-driven development, but the unit testing practice of test-driven development is extremely valuable with Squad. Extremely valuable. And the best part is, you don't have to write the tests. Let Copilot write the tests. Boom goes the dynamite. I have that quote. I have that quote. I haven't used that quote in a while. It's here somewhere. It is. It's...
Shut up! Boom goes the dynamite.
There it is. Integration testing framework for Minecraft. Wait, what? Archived. Okay. Like, could we build something? We can build anything. We have the power. We can do this.
Every error is a trap, and you've already stepped inside.
That was very Jigsaw of you, Charlie. Not gonna lie. Ooh, what did Charlie do over here with the legacy sound effect stuff? Added sounds help command. When a viewer types sounds, Charlie replies with an alphabetical sorted list of all available sound effect commands. Blah 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 blah. Fantastic. Make it so. That's why it stopped right there. The effectiveness of AI agents is pretty much determined by the tests. Yes, I completely agree with that one. Enough stuff. Oh yes, indeed. What did I? Oh yeah. This was the Transformers working on a coin collection app. Oops, not there. Over here. Investigating our buildings. The fence is also missing. No, we didn't get there. We're down here somewhere. So Jeff merged this. We're asking about next steps. Strategic questions should go to the lead for analysis. Let me check the current state and route this for a recommendation. A lot of context in the session history. Blah, 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 blah. Great news. Forge is the right person to assess and see where we stand. And compacting conversation history. New checkpoint in the session, and it's writing a strategy document. Nice. Viva la resistance! Squad coded mobile app to show the types of resistors you're pointing your camera at. That's not a bad idea. That's actually not a bad idea. It's funny, but that's not a bad idea. Like, right? How many folks that work at hardware stores are like, yeah, we've got newbies who walk in here all the time that they could use that. Like, sure. Let me see here. Yeah, they can't read the color rings. Oh, I forget how to read the color rings. There's a method to it, and I used to know how to do it, and I forget it. It's been so long. Like, when I was a kid, I learned how to do that. Okay. We did this. We should look at this one. We should. Because we can. And doggone it. It's going to be really good. We did that. Where do I want to go? Yeah, let's work on Aspirify.net. It would make Maddie happy. It would be a game changer for Radio Shack. Radio Shack. Pour one out for Radio Shack. Alas, we knew them well. All right, these are my Marin Gunner glasses. Get these ones on here. Let's take a look. See, I forget where I put these. Is it in? Yeah, Spirify Web. That's the ticket. Create a dedicated feature branch for these and No, we'll just work on it right here. Just work on it right here. Like, why not? I do need to update this in a big way. Yeah. .NET Run. It's going to need me to sign in with my GitHub stuff because the initial testing uses GitHub models. Admin recommendations and hit Analyze Queue. Don't mind if I do. See, it's still even using .NET 9. Ugh, .NET 9. And that sound means... Nope, we already did that one. Over here? How about we do... I want you to stop for a second there. Hold on, friends. Where we stand, 132 comparisons done, 14 bug fixed, only one exact HTML match. The one match number is misleading. Most divergences are sample data differences, not component bugs. 15 to 20 controls jump to exact match once we align the sample data. So for M15, some HTML fidelity closure, and even wrote a document. Sample data alignment is P0. Make the Blazor samples mirror the web forms, text, URLs, values exactly. 5 remaining structural bugs: bulleted list, linked button class, image long description, file upload GUID, checkbox span. Missing audit markers. So there's an audit control span that it adds to mark here's where the begin and end of a component is. 15 controls can reach 100% normalized match. 10 controls can reach 90% or more. These are calendar and grid view are complex. Checkbox, not so much. 5 controls will always diverge. The chart, menu table mode, table view. Sure. That sounds like a good list to get us started, period. Go ahead and kick off milestone 15. Make sure that all of these issues are logged on GitHub with a milestone 15 attached and the agent name that's been assigned to work on each of these issues tagged on that GitHub issue. You can watch what's going on as this kicks off. Up there in the repository for this, it is working right here. And it didn't close some of these issues. There's a link to it. Hey! You need to close some of those old issues that are still marked open on the upstream repository. Nightmare Joker, how you doing? Gets especially fun when you don't which side is the leftmost ring. Yeah, you could make a big mistake there. That's what they made cheat sheets for. Right! And that's where a mobile app might be quite useful as well. So here we go. Skins and themes. Proof of concept. Yeah. Get those reviewed, marked off, and there are 23 open issues. Let me categorize them, and so we can tell. So I can tell you which to close? No. No, you can figure these out. You don't need me to figure these out. Go. You're in auto mode. Go get it, John. John? Go get that John. John's the guy that lives down the street. Yeah, get to town there. Get to it. Over here. Let's take a look at Aspirify. here we go. And it didn't prompt me to log in for GitHub models. I don't think it wired up. That's Charlie. That's Charlie. That's a Spirify. That's Charlie. Houston, comma, we have a problem. Period. When I try to run this application, the website launches and I see the content for another website that I'm currently running on my workstation. Period. You got a problem with the presentation of this content and port alignment. Right? Yeah, that's working. Go ahead, McNets. Try that again. Like, did the AI build spyware? No.
Oh my.
It works. That works. No, go fix it. Just change the port. Make it so. Over here. Okay, still waiting for more pull requests. It cleaned up some of the issues here. Still, yeah. Skins and themes it's working on. Like, yeah. I expect those to kind of be open. That should be gone. Okay. Yep. So go find me another port to run on. Closing stale GitHub issues. Don't mind if I do. Investigating the fence and other things over here. Yeah. The tests are taking a really long time over here. Like, like, I could have dug through and done this, but he's not here right now. It's trying to run the I'm just gonna run it. I'm gonna run it. I'm gonna run it because I can run it. Is sound? There you go. Sounds works. The map should be Challenger Deep. See, it doesn't wrap around.
Do you hear that? That is the sound of inevitability. The sound of your code failing.
It's not failing. All right. Austin, Texas. There we go. Lancashire, how you doing there? 1 month. What's in 1 month? go. How you doing, Surly Dev? Still waiting to see if I'm going to be at an MVP Summit. So, if I'm going to be heading out there, I'm only going to be there for a couple days. CLI is giving you errors of rate limiting. Do you have the free plan or do you have a paid plan? Tulsa, we got plotted in there. Paid one. That's frustrating. I don't know. User group meeting tonight. Do tell. Hosting it online, I'm assuming. That storm? There's Barcelona. South by Southwest? No. Azure Document DB? Okay, that's a good topic. Let's check back over here, see how we're doing. Yeah. All my tests are passing. That's running. Let's go back into Minecraft. What do you mean? Disconnected. Disconnect this. Why are you... I don't need you to tell me what you fixed. You don't need to show me a diff. Force load was computed before something. Ignore, close that. Minecraft. Okay, it's still starting. Loaded. Wave 1 in progress on our components. Good. So go do that. Well, I see it placing content for Minecraft here behind the scenes. Let me go launch that one. Woo! Who's doing that? I know you have access to do that with the things. Where's my buildings? With the channel point redemptions. There we go. All right, so those buildings are done. The fence is completed over there. Good. That fence goes all the way back. Yes. I feel like I need an actual tower at the front. Call it the Fritz Memorial Tower over here. That lets you look out over all of your... It's still... The canal's still not connected up there, but at least... Like... Okay. Okay. I'm going to commit those changes at the... Wait. Yeah, at this point. Like... We've got a thing now. Complete with cool little banners on top of our Azure resources. Right? Because they're Azure resources. Especially this one with the building doors. This is our key vault. Come on in. Look at the key vault. It's a bank. We made Key Vault a bank. Because I play Minecraft. Not really. And I've got a bank. Why not? Get me out of here. Need to make it have a fancy...
Make it so.
Yes. Need to make it a fancy spinning entryway door and so forth. But I'm going to commit where we are at this point. I want to tell it to remember some of the things that it learned about building in Minecraft. because I want to make sure that these canals start working. Like, we're getting there. We're getting there. Oh my goodness. Okay. This works. We have complete buildings. We have... Stop. Wrong project. Don't tell the Web Forms project to build Minecraft. It's a bad idea. This one. Okay, comma, this works. We've got canals that connect in town and our buildings are complete. Period. Commit these changes. And let's push to the remote. Period. I want you to store information and create skills based on what you learned about working with Minecraft to build and make these connections and make sure that buildings are rendered properly inside the world. Period. And then we're going to start work on our next features. At a hillside with the name Hollywood, Charlie Wood. Actually, should add a hillside not with Hollywood, but with a sign that is the name of your project. Aspire Wood. Why are the Blazor Web Forms Components unit tests not using the MS Test framework? Because I started building and writing the unit tests before MS Test framework was a thing. And I just never updated it. Like, we could update it. Not a priority, but we could. So, that's going to town and still building over here. Staging the source changes. Good. Good. Committed and pushed. Now storing the Minecraft knowledge that we've earned. You like that, Sean? So, right, the eventual idea is to take the Minecraft services around this and put that out there as something that you can point to your Azure resource group and have it generate the same stuff, and then be able to actually walk around your Azure resources. That's better than walking around a data center, because you don't have to go anywhere. And you can do it on a VR headset. That's a thing. That's totally a thing. It's just dumb enough to be fun. Moving on. Man, it's almost the end of the month. VR that, John. That's right. I've got 2 weeks. Right? 2 weeks? I've got 2 weeks that I'm here at the beginning of March. And then we are, I'll be out for the beginning of the third week. 16th, 17th, I come home the 18th. So I'll be back streaming on the 19th. I want to get to the bottom of where these glitches are coming from and some of the goofy stuff that's happening on the map. I think there's stuff that we're going to be able to work out here in March and figure out about those. So we'll take a look more at that. Yeah. and dig in and see what we can learn, because some of you have been picking up that, yeah, this stuff looks like it's related to each other that's going on. I want to get to the bottom of this. So here, look, it's creating skills for how it works with force loading in Minecraft and protecting buildings and infrastructure. Cool. Right? Yep, look, it's writing it's writing skill documents to help itself. Like, the squad is teaching itself based on what it's figured out, how to write software better. That's tremendous. I've got too many mugs and whiskey tumblers here in my office, and I'm going to need to take them all downstairs, and the dishwasher's not going to be happy with me. How we doing here? Here's the summary. Committed and pushed.
The only way to win at code deployment is not to deploy Fritz.
I didn't.
But where's the fun in that?
Well, yeah, you're right. So I pushed features and my Minecraft world building skills out. This is all available online on my GitHub. Aspire-Minecraft is the name of the repository. So 3D bounding box clipping prevents subsystems from destroying buildings. Nice. 5 memory stored. What's next on the feature list? Okay, let's get to it. I'm not worried about the canals not connecting to the top. I'm not going to get into that. Let's have it build bridges across the canals that go up and arch over the canals. There are clearly streets down the middle of my town that the canals cut across. I would like to build walkway bridges that arch up and over the canals so that an average Minecraft resident or NPC horse that's wandering around town can cross over the canals using a pretty standard walkway bridge that arches over the canals at the various streets in town. Period. Additionally, I want to start revisiting the Minecraft track concept that we had, resources that are dependent on each other should be connected with Minecraft tracks that go over bridges like these over the canals. Period. And when I say a bridge goes over the canal, the bridge should go up at least 2 blocks above the canal so that boats can still sail down the canals and not run into our walkway and track bridges. And that's a lot of instructions that I just gave you, Copilot. Go figure it out and build that, jawn. Let's go. Here we go. Walkway bridges that arch over canals at street crossings for NPCs or horses to cross, because we love horses. Minecraft tracks connecting dependent resources with bridges over canals. Both need to clear canals by at least 2 blocks over water for boats to pass underneath. Yes. This is a multi-domain task. Touching the worker's surface. Let me read the charter. This is a standard full mode task and involves architectural decisions and so forth. I don't think Maddie's watching. Should we also create 3 NPC villagers wandering around town that are Fowler, Damien, and Maddie? Should we do that, chat? Would that be funny? Like I want to see Fowler's face when he's running a demo and decides to use this, and all of a sudden, here's the 3 Aspira Friday hosts, the principals of the Aspire project, wandering around town. As an Easter egg, comma, just like we have the 3 horse that are being created in the town, I want to create 3 NPC villagers that are wandering around town. Period. In fact, I'd even like them to have a fruit stand that they're managing. Period. The 3 villagers should be named Maddie, comma, Damien, comma, Fowler. Close. Ah, I spelled Damien wrong. We'll go fix it in the code. Warm Peas with the resub.
Warmp is just resubscribed for 28 months. Hello, friends.
Hello.
Hope all keeping well.
We are. Thank you so much. How's it going there, Warm Peas? Hey, Copilot, comma, I need your help designing and planning and figuring out a feature idea that I have for our Twitch viewers and subscribers. Period. I want to reward some of the folks that have been longtime subscribers on the channel by giving them some way to decorate or do something that helps their icon stand out or look cool on the map. Period. Give me 5 suggestions of ways that we can enhance our map feature to give our subscribers a little bit more of a benefit when they place pins on the map. Even left the country. Wow. All right. Business or pleasure? Did you have a good time? That's great stuff. Robson Praviato likes that. Right. Product design question that should go to Aragorn, our lead. Did I name my team after Lord of the Rings characters? I did. Aragorn and Legolas. Alright, fine. Yeah. Sure, you go do that. Over here. How are we doing on our components? Committing the analysis. Launching wave 2. Yeah? What was the analyses? Fixing bugs. Look at that. Uses list style type only. Link button class pass through. Yes. This is good. If you have VIP to channel, is it displayed differently on the map? That's another good point also. Right? We should also give VIP status some additional consideration. Period. Oh, and one more thing. Colon. We need to give Fritz's mom some additional capabilities as well. You have the full picture? Make it so. How's the 3D printer? Good. I haven't done anything with it in a little bit because I've been focused on some of these things. There's a bunch of stuff happening for work. I'm recording videos. We've got squad moving. I hope to spend some time 3D printing over the weekend, to be frank. Friend got married and went to the Netherlands. Nice! Oh, man. Always great to visit with friends when there's a happy moment in life like that going on. Oh, so good. Wait. No. It's designing. It's just reading at this point. Don't you go edit anything. Free bar as well? When I hear free bar at a wedding, in my head, everything is cool when the bartender is part of the team. Open bar is crucial. And finite singularity with the raid. Woo! How you doing there, friends? Oh my gosh, Exceldro and finite singularity. Second favorite. I'll be the judge of that. You're the second favorite. How's it going there, friends? Welcome in. Got a raid and run? Fantastic. Great to see you, friend. Let me come back over here.
It's alive!
No, not that button. Over here. How you doing there, friends? Welcome in. Yeah, Exceldro knows how this works. We've got a map hanging out here. And we dropped a pin there for Exceldro. There you go. So if you drop us a line and want to share your location, it puts an entry on our map. I'm not showing the map. Let me go back over there and show you the map. So there's the map. We dropped a pin for Exceldro. So you can be as accurate or as inaccurate as you like, and you will add a pin to the map. And you can see some of the other locations that folks have shared here on the map. They're in the States. We've got our friends there we go. In South America. I don't have anybody in Africa watching. New viewer checked in. I thought I saw somewhere over here. St. Paul, Minnesota.
The signal is in transit. 49.5 north. Yes. I am tracking. No. They have not identified the destination. Continuing.
Okay. Didn't drop that pin for you, the finite singularity. It does have a problem with ST period, though. That's probably something I can have it address. But Woodstock, Illinois. Give it a second and watch it pop. There it is. Woodstock, Illinois. Minneapolis. There's St. Paul. It took a second, but we got it. Yeah. So there's an AI behind the scenes that's double checking locations as well. So it's just doing a text check on those. But yeah, filling those out. Did it say 48? That's about 48, isn't it? Interlocking. I hope I pronounced that right. I'm sure I didn't. Right close to Traverse City. I said it right that time, right? Traverse City. So we'll group some of them together. Nice. Thank you so much for tuning in. And we're not working on the map, but the map is out there. And did I share the link? I think I shared the link. I did not share the link. Let me paste that into chat. Munich. Oh my goodness. Love a good visit to Munich. Yes. Fantastic town. My goodness. It's been forever since I've been there. Last time I was in Germany, I just went to Nuremberg. And I was in town speaking at university there. So good to get back to Deutschland. So, yay, bald bearded builder. Can I see how many people are seeing the map? I can't see how many people are seeing the map, but I can see how many viewers have placed pins on the map. And you can see that number right there, 35. I do not have any Google Analytics running on the map. So, I don't need that. So, how you doing there, bald-bearded builder? Good to see you. Let me head back over here. Here's what you found. Good, find something. Mom is already a personality category with its own text-to-speech voice. Yes. Here's what you found. Good, find something. While you're doing that, back over here. Love the Easter egg. 3 villagers running a fruit stand. Maddie, Damien, and Fowler. Code with Sean.
Digital Drummage subscription.
Thank you so much.
Gifted a tier 1 sub to Digital Drummage. They have given 34 gift subs in the channel.
Thank you so much. That is fantastic. Really appreciate the gift sub. Rocket's still deep in making our bridges work, so sure, he's going to build the villager and fruit stand feature in parallel. It's a new service file. No conflicts with Rocket's bridge code. So it spawned another agent over here that's creating our NPC villagers, and we'll fix the name. We'll fix Damien's spelling there in just a second. So there you go. You can see it says Shuri's working on this, but Nebula's building tests. Shuri already took care of that. Nebula's building geometry tests proactively, and Rocket is still working on the bridges. So, updating team documentation while it's doing that. Back over on our Blazor components. 1,277 test passing. 10 new tests built. And it's off and running. So the Blazor Web Forms components, we've been merging them up and getting them ready to go, including support for themes and skins, which is something that has been completely outside the box. But I want to add it because I can. And all of our samples are out here working. You can find and see all of this. I'm thrilled that where we started as a handwritten, hand-coded component library is really coming together here. Like stacked column charts. Yeah, they work. They totally work. With mouse over. Like, that's a thing. You do. You need a lightning talk on Squad. I know a guy. His name is Brady. I'm terrible. I am terrible. Data grid works. Show and hide the header. Sure, that works. But where was it? Inside grid view. Was it grid view or was it the calendar? There was no, it was calendar. The caption, the title was appearing in the wrong location. But that stuff looks good. Yeah. All right. So, and these collapse up really nice. Let me double check on how things are looking tonight with Mrs. C Sharp Fritz, and I might take you up on that. If not, then our friend Brady would love to talk on it. He's been giving internal talks. Are any of our blogger friends watching? Some of our not some of. We've been showing Squad to a lot of our colleagues, and a lot of folks are embracing the Squad, and that's a thing. The trick with March is I have VS Live and then MVP Summit is the week after. Yeah. So I'm not gonna. Yeah. So this is going to town. Let's talk and figure out some of the logistics. I'm not saying no, but I'm not sure exactly when. Tonight might work, might not. Don't know. Waiting for Cyclops. This is on the Blazor Components. Working on bug fixes. All right. Bridges are complex. I'm not asking you to build the Golden Gate here, dude. While the others are still working, I want you to plan for a future feature, a giant tower, a watchtower that we're going to place at the front of the town so that our player characters in Minecraft can climb up to the top and have an overlook view over the top of their Aspire town and be able to see all of the buildings, period. This tower is going to need to be at least 2 to 3 times as tall as the other buildings in town so that our players can look down and see all of the things that are going on inside of their town. Period. The interior of this watchtower building should have plenty of spiral staircases and bookshelves and other cool ornate designs and things on the inside. But there must be a continuous staircase that the players can walk up from ground level all the way to the top so that they can overlook their wonderful Aspire town. Mm-hmm.
Wait, let me explain something to you.
That's right, Copilot. I'm explaining something to you. Go. What's this one? Oh yeah, Aspirify. We were doing stuff with that. We should look at that. Oh, what do we have here for Charlie ideas? Here we go. Loyalty rings, animated glow halos by sub-tier. Green, blue, gold. Decorative icon frames and loyalty badges. Arrival fanfare, tiered landing animations, confetti beaming down a ring explosion. What are you doing here? War room call sign, a rich dossier card, pop-ups with the sub info. Subscriber network visualization connecting pins. Channel VIPs, a purple palette, persistent effects, family treatment. Auto-detected VIPs, a chrome palette, spectacular but temporary effects, guest star treatment. What are you doing down here? The Mom Pin, a unique house with heart icon, rotating personality quotes on hover. Oh. Mom's Arrival, heart particle shower and Mom TTS voice quote on the first pin. I don't like that one. Mom's Watchful Eye, a golden connection line to Fritz's pin with proximity-based messages. It's not that big. Also need Mom's Twitch username to identify her on the system. I like the Mom Pin, house with heart icon, and I don't know about the subscriber pin upgrades. What do you think, chat? don't know. These are all kind of good. Except the constellation lines. I'm not sure about the arrival fanfare because that kind of goes away. So it takes us down to loyalty rings, decorative icon frames and loyalty badges, and a dossier card that pops up with the sub information. Maybe. Assessing the remaining work. Good. Planning the Watchtower feature. Yep, so Rhodey is planning that. Good. Wow, already done. Okay.
I am not a moron.
No, you're
I'm
not.
highly intelligent.
Are you, though?
I just don't always know what I'm doing. Like you, Fritz.
I know what I'm doing. I feel like I am. It's not a space station. I'm commanding, like, all of this, right? Like organizing and planning and kind of commanding what's going on in this organized chaos. You know? Because it is complete organized chaos. Okay. I'd really like to move on. Let's take a look on the Aspirify stuff. See if we can get that working. I don't think it's set up the GitHub models properly for this. So probably gonna need to work on that. Come here. Come here. Because I don't see them in here. Hey, there we go. Please tell me that still works. No, it expired. I'm gonna have to renew that key, and quite frankly, it's not something I want to do here on stream. That's lame. So I'm gonna come back to this one. Yeah. 11 million tokens in. That was only 5 requests. Because I've got the ×3 multiplier. So, what were some of the other projects that we were working on? Webform components. We were working on CodeMedic. Let's go grab CodeMedic and throw the squad at it. Like, we spent a good bit of time on that one. Right? We have not put the squad on this yet. Let's do it. GitHub. Bradygaster squad. We've been, like, dropping sound effects to each other, just yelling, squad! And that's been just a total thing. Just complete goofiness and so much fun. Because there is a group of us at work that are so enamored with what we've been able to accomplish with this. Hey, Chaos Monkey, .NET Janitor, squad! Update panel and timer controls. Update panel is from the Ajax control toolkit. Timer. Was timer a control? Let's initialize a squad for this project, and I'd like to name them after Generation 1 G.I. Joe characters. Period. Update panel was not. Okay. What's the other one you were thinking? Timer? What's triplet? Hang on, that's another one that I don't. We also don't have the toolbox stuff. This isn't... Sure. I think we're missing the timer and update panel controls. Let's do a double check of the controls from the Microsoft Learn API documentation for the system.web.ui namespace. Say you... I want to identify any missing classes or controls that inherit from the control class. Oh, fingers aren't. Start at this URL. Go. Yes, it could be a wrapper around threading timer or yeah. The concept, the feature that we're trying to deliver is right complete compatibility here. Script manager we probably don't need, control we don't need, page we don't need, master page we don't really need, and extender control we don't need. see what it says as it analyzes. Am I working on an ASP web forms project? Kind of. This is a series of components that we've built that we're iterating over. That provide the exact same features for the exact same syntax with the exact same HTML in Blazor. So, the idea being then be able to point your AI, your Copilot, at your web forms project and say, hey, I need this rewritten in Blazor. Here's a series of components that you can use to migrate your ASPX and ASCX pages, and just use these user interface components when you get to Blazor. Now, my NuGet deploys have not been working here. Can we look at the actions real quick? Yeah. Like... Squad. Where is it? Publish NuGet package. And it's not working. Why? What do you mean it can't be shown? We're still having issues publishing NuGet packages. Period. The updates that you made to the NuGet GitHub action are still using invalid syntax. Period. Take a look at this URL for more. There we go. Bottom line, you're right about timer and update panel. They're the only user-facing controls we're missing. The good news is all three missing controls are AJAX infrastructure that Blazor handles natively. A migration compatibility. Fine. Wizard and the wizard step in the XML we've deferred and stepped away from. So. Have you done any videos, demos with suggested usage of AI squads with GitHub Coding Agent? Yes, I have. They're on my YouTube, youtube.com/C#Fritz. There's more that we're going to be publishing and showing because, quite frankly, I'm going to make Squad sound like Zombocom. Squad can do anything. It's ridiculous. It can. That's all I can say about that. Like, it can. Yeah, the YAML file is invalid. I know. Fix it. Fix it. You are Copilot.
Take it one step at a time. Identify the problem. Fix it.
And it's not fixing it. So, do it. Do it now. Ooh, okay. Rhodey's Watchtower plan is complete. So we're also building, for those of you that just tuned in, we're also building Minecraft town generation based on the services defined in your Aspire system. 32 blocks tall, 5 themed floors, an entrance hall, hey, library and cartography, hey, an armory, observation gallery, and a rooftop crowning chamber. Continuous left-handed spiral staircase, oak stairs, no jumping. Landing platforms every 5 to 6 blocks. It's at the south entrance. Frames the town gate outside the village grid. It's going to be 280 to 320 Archon commands. It's a separate Grand Observation Tower service. All right. So we're still grinding on the bridges. Well, darn it, I want to see this, John. right? Oh, it's not built yet. Rhodey, I think that's a fantastic plan. Period. Spawn an agent or two and let's start developing the Grand Observation Tower. Go. Like Wrecked 404. I'm using Copilot and Squad to build Minecraft features and stuff. Lundo Spark, hello, good to see you. Yeah. Go ahead, get streaking through here, my friend. What? Here we go. Building the Grand Observation Tower service. And Nebula's going to write some tower tests. Tower tests. That's a lot of T's. That's terrific. Make it so. Right? Back over here. Here we go. Restarting the Minecraft server. The Grand Observation Tower isn't part of this code yet. But it will be. Let's see how we're doing with the bridges. Right? Like bridges. We all like bridges. Lundo Spark, let me tell you, I got some folks that are saying a few things about how excited they are seeing that you're interested in working on a TUI for Squad. They were pleasantly surprised to see, yeah, your excitement on that. So, initializing plugins, come on, let's go. Here we go. Make it so. Come on. Plugins, bucket plugins. And I'm going to log in. I'm going to connect to the server. I'm going to do it. It will be a thing. Get me in there already! There's a lot of shouting on today's stream, and I'm sorry for that. It is coming along slowly. All good. So here we go. Those are jellies, man. Those are like Minecraft jellyfish. Woo! Building. There's our Aspire dashboard. Everything's coming online. Lightning bolts. And boom. Here comes town. Some pigs. Some sheep. There's our first .NET service. Second .NET service. Here comes another database. They're silos. Like, we get to watch it actually build the things, because I jumped into the server. Like, how fun is it to be able to see, right? Just, I wonder if it rolled out the fruit stand. That'd be cool if the fruit stand was in this, right? And I'm totally picking on our friends with it. And we all respect each other and think it's funny that we do a couple fun things like this. So there's all my canals. No bridges yet. It's still designing the bridges, I guess. Right. So the idea eventually is we want to be able to have these buildings poop out creepers when there's an error. But I don't see our fruit stand yet. Are the Fritz horses over there? must go. I must find out. Somebody's swimming. I think that's a sheep in the canal. There they are. Hello. There's Dancer.
Pusto77 just resubscribed for
It's
illegal in 9 countries.
I barely know.
Yeah, creepers. That's right. So, right, like we want. Here's a clear street. Like, build a little bridge. Do right across these things. Do. That's all I'm looking for. I don't need to be that sophisticated. We're getting there. Right? But it's automatically building this stuff. Like, we're building the stuff to build the stuff. So how are we doing over here? Like, did we build the fruit stand? Rocket appears to be stuck on the bridges. I'll stop and respawn it with a tighter prompt. Yes, please. Do. 23 minutes. Yeah, that's not good. How did we do with... Hang on. Yeah, Shuri created the NPC villagers. Where are my NPC villagers and fruit stand? Right? Does the DB resource show more like a database size? More info like database size. We can add that. Right? Like, totally. We could, right? We could put a book on a podium inside the database can silo that says here's the size. Other things like that. Like, right? Things like that are very interesting next level things, next level features and considerations. Like, now that we've figured out we can do this, yes, like, sure, why not, right? Like, it's throwing a command at Copilot to go do that thing. Villager service exists, but it's not wired into Program CS yet. Okay. Wire it in. Yes. Check the decisions inbox for the blah, 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 blah. Let me wire it in. Do it. Do it now. Is that displaying somehow if some service depends on the other? So, ice cream stick model. We're going to have them connected with minecart tracks, but we need the bridges finished first. So that, right, minecart tracks can go over bridges. You wish you had enough fun money for projects like this? So here's the deal, Winifred. I'll show you. I've spent 48 premium requests using a 3x multiplier here. Right? So that's what 16 requests that I've sent in, and you get 1,500 for $40 a month. So, and here's the thing, right? End of month alert. Go look at your GitHub Copilot requests that you have remaining, because they reset in 2 days. Right? They reset on Sunday morning, because everybody's GitHub Copilot request queue resets on the 1st of the month. Go. use those requests. They do not carry over. Use them or lose them. So exactly, Winifred, I'm with you, right? Like, you've got how many requests left? Stand up a squad and tell it to go do some fun things, and tell it, you know, here's how many requests I have left. Only use up to this many requests and then stop. Right? Or something similar. But look at how much work I'm getting done with very few requests. Like, if you've got a couple hundred requests left, go. Patty boy, have a great one. We'll see you next week on stream. I think I'm going to have some fixes for some of these weird things that Charlie's been saying and doing to the map. I think I'm going to have some fixes rolled in by that time, and we'll see how that works. Make some progress on all those half-finished projects. Right. Don't you think about it. Assign the squad to think about it. Evaluate the current state. Make recommendations. And some of those things that us as developers dread working on, let the squad do it. And then just make sure it works. Just you make sure it works. Tell it to write an acceptance test, an integration test, a unit test around those things, so you never have to look at it again. Go. And it's gone. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to think about it, because the squad, your tests, your integration test, your acceptance test are all making sure that it works. Look, this is 48 premium requests using Claude Opus, right? 3x multiplier. And I've used, what, 33, 35, I've used 35 million tokens this morning. Do it. Why not? Even your daily Copilot request quota, you don't even get to 70%. Yes! Let it ride. Seriously, like, if you're out there and you're watching and you have Copilot requests left with 2 days to go, set up squad. Set up Ralph. Ralph is an implicit squad member that is your micromanaging software team director. Tell the squad to plan a couple of milestones for you on whatever project it is, side project that you've got going. And tell Ralph to manage the team and go. Use those requests. And if it goes over by a couple requests, 25 requests are $1 in overage. You're going to feel better getting stuff done. And even if you do go over, on Sunday, everything resets. And if there's something you want to finish working on, Sunday, go tell it to go finish a little bit of that. And you're going to feel better about some of those side projects and hobby projects that you've been tinkering with. Hey, Luke, I'm doing well. Good to see you. Welcome back in. How you doing? Winifred asks, do I have project-specific squads or are they global defined? I have project-specific squads. There is a new feature coming called personal squads, so that you can share squad team members across various projects. So an example that our friend Brady Gaster, and I don't think he's watching today, but one of the great situations that he's used, he loves markdown and mermaid diagrams, right? Those great data flow diagrams that can be specified in markdown to show, right, the connections of different systems and different concepts. So he's really built out a mermaid diagram agent, squad member, and that's saved off in his personal squad. And the idea is then when he needs a diagram added to a project, he just summons in that diagram specialist. They create the diagram and it helps out the rest of the team. But for the most part right now, Winifred, what you'll see is folks have a squad that's defined for each project. And the squad is saved as a bunch of markdown files that live in your source code repository. So, like, and we've seen some of the goofy names of the squads and the squad team members that I have rolling around here. NuGet workflow passed. Did it say triggered? Oh. Okay. Retagged. It reran successfully. Oh, good. Good. Hang on. Did it? It says 15 minutes ago. So do I have a NuGet package over there? Let's look at my shields. Nah, dude. I have a pull request waiting. Jean Valjean. Hello. How are you, my friend? I'll let that finish and come back to that one. But so okay, the pre-release version is out. So when we go to push the next one, it'll be ready. Okay. So, comma, what's the current state of this pull request? Question mark. I see it's got some errors being reported by our continuous integration tests. Period. Make sure you review those errors, apply some fixes, and ensure that all of our tests pass before you recommend to me that I accept and merge this next pull request. Go. Restless Tinkerer asks, is it possible to give the squad a screenshot of a UI layout to have it develop? Dude, I'll go you one further. Are you ready for this? The answer is yes. I gave it screenshots of Minecraft and told it to build stuff. So it's going to town building stuff. Completed. Running. Let's go. Let me show you, because I think this is just flipping amazing. This is called Aspire Minecraft. And you can find this, you can download and try these samples yourself. Yourself? Sure. It's over on my GitHub. GitHub.com C#Fritz Aspire-Minecraft. And it builds towns for you based on what's in your Aspire resource. And that's the old way we built towns. I need to get it in a new screenshot. But what I've done, to your question, Restless Tinkerer, check this out. I gave it screenshots of the town. Like this one. And said, wait a sec, the entrance there, I don't like that. And the entrance to these buildings aren't quite the way that I expected. And there's a horse climbing up the side of a tower. And I literally said, fix it. Like these light up blocks. See them? They're supposed to be in the middle, like this one over here on this database silo. And I went and fixed them. Because GitHub Copilot can read images. So Restless Tinkerer, yes. Not only can you give it pictures of user interface, but like I did, I gave it Minecraft and said, go fix the block positioning of these things. How cool is that? Right? Like, it can't listen. It doesn't know how to work with sound. Don't ask me how I know that, but I know that. So that's a thing. Ooh. I sound like botch. Did it finish rebuilding the server? Ooh, funny. It just spawned the nether and some of these other things, so let's jump in. Yes. No. Stop it. There we go. Ooh, that's a big tower. That's a really big tower. Is that my tower? Is that my watchtower? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All the lightning. And look, I've even got... Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Houston, we have a problem.
Do you know what a Mobius strip is? We've got a tower in a tower. I don't know what this thing is. What is this thing? It looks... It looks... What is that?
I observe you've chosen the path of maximum technical debt.
No!
Bold strategy at Winifred Payne.
Ooh. And what happened here to the steps? Whoop, gone. Okay, they're kind of wonk, kind of jank. Not gonna lie. Woo! That's hey, I found Fowler and Damien, and they're in a fruit stand. Fresh fruit, Maddie and company. There's Maddie. Okay. It built it. It just... Oh my gosh. No, I got to go back in the world. I got to get it a screenshot. So, Restless Tinkerer. Let me show you that workflow. How you doing there, Abdul? Welcome in. Oh my god. And now I have fruit. And there's just I don't know what's going on. Sure. Then there's Fritz's horses. All right. Hang on. Oh gosh. All right, I'm just going to copy that. It's on my clipboard. Because I took a screenshot. You made a clip? Oh, McNets. So there's my screenshot, all right? It's on my Windows clipboard. I'm just going to go over here and drop into the command line. Oh, actually, look, it was doing tests. It didn't actually do the tests. 12 tests are failing. Interior clearance, yes. It didn't use the correct step stair blocks. That was another thing that we were going to have to address. Protection zone mismatch, yes. So, yes, comma, I can see that the Grand Watchtower doesn't sit well at the front of the town, period. It was supposed to be offset and a distance in front of the town, and as you can see from this screenshot, it's actually built across the middle of the front of the town. And I can just do, it's Alt-V, and you see it pasted a reference to that image, and now it will load and take a look at it. I can see the watchtower doesn't sit well at the front of the town. It was supposed to be offset and the distance in front of the town. No, that's mine. The user is showing me the Grand Watchtower is built across the front of the town. Looking at the screenshot, the tower is sitting right on top of the town entrance area, overlapping with the buildings and fence. Exactly. The issue is the Z coordinate. Tower is at Z11 to Z10, Z minus 11 to Z10, but the town's front, the north side, is at a different Z. Let me look at the layout to understand the coordinate system better. Terrific. So it's clearly calculating now where to place that because it's always going to be at the same location to start building the town. Is Claude Opus 4.6 better than GPT 5.2? What the Claude models do better than the GPT is that they reason through things. And that reasoning and discussion helps them to communicate with each other about decisions that then result in better planning. GPT is very good at taking instructions and doing it. So when you need to plan and think through things, Opus and Claude are really good at that. GPT is really good at just take this instruction and go build me a test. Take this instruction and go do this thing. So it's a different kind of better. Where, like, Opus is going here and figuring things out and getting a little chatty with itself, and eventually I'm going to come back and find out it's formed a quilting bee. What the heck are you doing? But eventually it'll get to it. So need to fix the hard-coded assertions. Yeah, you go fix those things. Claude is great to create a plan. Yes, Code Monkey, and then use ChatGPT or one of the GPT models to implement. Yes. I'm going to restart that just because it says it fixed some of those things. So I'm going to go see what it did. Even though it's not done, I'm going to sneak in and take a peek because I'm that kind of a AI squad team manager. Like, yeah, I can do that. So our CI is green is what it says about my Blazor components. I'll be the judge of that. Thank you so much. That looks like a red X to me. Nope, that's green. Woohoo! Woohoo! Good. Okay. If I merge this, can we issue a patch release tag on this so that we can publish an updated NuGet package when we merge to main? Where can you download that AI Squad and run with your projects? So you can learn more about Squad. You want to try Squad with your GitHub Copilot. It is available on GitHub. It is free to use. It is just an NPX command away for you to get started with. I've got YouTube videos that talk about showing and getting started with this. Real easy to get started. Code Monkey says this is what they do at work. They have a sophisticated agent create a markdown file with full implementation plan, revise it until it is sound, and then have a different agent implement. So Code Monkey, Squad will coordinate all of those and have them work together simultaneously. So you don't have to have wait for this agent, wait for this agent, wait for this agent, and single thread. Squad will run them all because it's one request to fan out to those child agents. That one request is only one request, and GitHub Copilot right now charges you per request. Hey, Scherer, good to see you. Hello. What are we building today? How you doing there on LinkedIn? We're building several things. We're building some Blazor components that exactly mimic the API and output of the old web forms controls. And we've got a milestone here that's just about to merge that we're going to publish a release for. we're also building a Minecraft integration. Ooh, where am I? I'm on top of something. There's my grand tower. Hang on. It put it in the right place. And I fell. We're building a Minecraft integration that generates a town based on what's in your Aspire resources. So see these blue buildings over there? Those are Azure resources over there. And these towers with purple trim, these are .NET projects. And these little cottages over here, the yellow and blue, that's a Python app. The orange, that's a Java app. And the yellow one back there, that's a Node app. And these three cylindrical towers over here, these three silos, what's a silo in network diagrams? Those are databases. Check it out. So here's my cool watchtower. And my stairs are still not great. We're gonna need to work on that. What is this? A cathedral? We're gonna pray at the altar of I don't know what. That's fine. And we can look out the window over here on our. Whoa, jeez! Watch that first step. But this is all programmatically generated, right? I need to turn this around. This jawn over here. Hang on. Uh-oh. Where are we on this playlist? Okay, good. I caught it before it. So we got to fix the door here, and that's not right. So we got to fix a door. That's okay. I've got a good carpenter. Over here, there's a horse right there. You see that horse? That's a horse.
Current position,
Charmer.
48.9 north. The origin point has been vacated. Yes. The destination is fixed. No.
No?
I am not authorized to disclose it. Continuing the observation.
There's Fowler operating a fruit stand. That's right. There's a fruit stand. Fresh fruit from Maddie and Company. This is Dancer. That's another one of my horses. Over here, that's Toby. Say hi, Toby. See, Toby. And what? See, I knew Scherer was doing this. I got to take away those things. People are messing me up here. Or maybe I just leave it because you're enjoying that. So we're getting somewhere with the town. Not gonna lie, we're getting somewhere. I think we need to move the fruit stand closer to like the center of town. Nobody saw you do it. No, I saw you do it. I saw you do it. So we've got some things to fix, and we're getting somewhere. I'm going to come back to you in a minute, Blazor. The tower is now placed, sitting 5 blocks. Good. That's great. The tower placement is much better. Can we move it more to the center of the outside of town? Right now, it's kind of on the northeast corner of town. I'd like it to be centered on the north edge of town and maybe about another 10 to 15 blocks away from the fence at the outside of town. Period. I'd also like to turn around the entrance to the tower so that the entrance is facing the town. Period. Additionally, I'd like to make sure that the stairs connect on all floors, and we need to verify the content of some of the floors of the observation tower because they're not facing the correct direction, and I can actually fall down the side of the floors all the way to the ground floor. Period. Additionally, comma, I'd like to move the location of the fruit stand to more of the center of town so that it's part of a bustling market scene in the Aspire town. Go. Do that thing. Let me catch up here. Yeah. It's Litany. How you doing there? What's the words of wisdom for me today for your get off the lawn redemption? Did it not do it? It might not have... it might not have done it. It might not. And I still have to do a hamsters thing. Yeah. For Vim and Notepad channel rewards, does that mean I have to write? Gosh, I haven't done those since I've been knee deep in. I'm gonna pass on those for right now. We'll figure something out there. So here, the user wants the tower moved to the center of the north edge of town, 10 to 15 blocks from the fence. Tower entrance facing the town, south facing entrance instead of current orientation. Yeah. Stairs that connect all floors. Fix the stairwell holes in safety. We need safety in Minecraft. This isn't thread safety. This isn't memory safety. This is stair safety. Floor content verification. You can fall down the side. Fruit stand moved to the center of town. Yeah. So here we go. 2 things to fix here. Tower rework. Fruit stand relocation. Rocket's the right pick. And away we go. Let me understand the full tower code so I can give Rocket precise instructions. Do it. And I need my bridges fixed, man. After Rocket is done working on the observation tower, comma, we have some unfinished work that he started on the walkway bridges across the canals that were supposed to go over the canals. Let's revisit those instructions. Bring them back to me with the status of where we are in designing and developing that walkway feature. And let's discuss what we need to do to work on that. All right. Hey, not a problem, it's Litany. I'm glad you're here. Always glad all our friends are here and tuning in. And, right, we're having fun doing stupid things with Minecraft and code. Once I merge PR 393 and then dev to main, tag and push. Okay. I'm going to do that. Watch me. I'm going to do that. So here we go. I'm going to merge this up into my dev branch, my shared dev branch. It's got a bunch of tests and content fixes and stuff. Delete that. We're going to merge up into main. Yep, merge now. New pull request. We're going to go from dev to main because that's our release. Yes. And can't automatically merge. Womp womp. Create the pull request for that, John. Let's go. I'm clicking the thing. Come on now, GitHub. There's just that many files. Yeah, 1,100 files changed. Not releading. 15.1. 0.15.1. Right. Yep, the map is out there running if you want to take a look. And we got some conflicts that need addressing here. There are some conflicts that need to be addressed before we can merge the upstream dev branch into the upstream main branch. Period. Take a look. All right. Do. Oh no. Please hold. Oh, man. C# is the GOAT. Yes, it is. Yes. Purple glasses are glaring. You're doing that. Someone out there is doing that. Like, I've given you folks way too much control over this channel. Like, I'm going to need to spend some time this weekend reeling that stuff in. Yeah. So, which one is this? This is the Blazor stuff. So, did it fix it? Whoa, it did. It went and merged. Okay. So did it cut a release? Like squad heartbeat, pages, build and development, docs, publish the NuGet package. Build and test. Did it? Did it publish this? No, it doesn't. Where is it? Build demo. It's like publish demo sites. Yeah, that's what it says it's doing right there. And I think this is the one that has a step that, yeah, publish server-side demo. All right. So we should see that light up here in a minute. How you doing, Avanti1? Thank you for the kind words. Welcome. Yes, C# is the greatest of all time. It's so good. So it looks like our server-side demo updated. So, like, it should be pulling an update for this, and it's not updated the version number in the footer of these, and I don't. Back over here, I should be able to see that it's updated the package. There it is. That didn't create a release, but we should be able to see the package. This one, server-side samples. Did not publish an update on that. Like, the GitHub actions here are wonk, and I don't like it. Like, see, it's building again, because it... I've asked Squad to work on updating the footer so that it's reading that from the version number, and it just doesn't look like it's... Yeah, you go away. I know I'm here. And I've got to wrap up and end stream here in just a little bit. Like, if I restart this... Right, I want to see this version number at the bottom. It still says 13. It should update and say 15. And it's not. Well, now we've got a Blazor error. Okay, because it's finally reloading here. There we go. Come on. Still says 13. Did we get, like, this continuity of DevOps is important to me, and did it at least publish the NuGet package? It says it did not, or if it did, it's still in. Stop it. Like, there they are. Okay, but that's the wrong version number. I need you to stop all plans right now, and we have a major DevOps issue that must be addressed immediately. Period. The version number that you have tagged this release with is not propagating into the version number for the NuGet package or the version number in the footer of the server-side samples Docker image. Period. Let me sign in here. Yeah, it's not showing me an unlisted one waiting. If you look at NuGet.org for the packages that were recently published, comma, they're tagged with a 0.13 pre-release version. Not if you look at NuGet.org. Additionally, the footer that's being presented on the server-side samples website is still showing the hard-coded 0.13 version. Check the URL at what am I using for text-to-speech? This is Whisper is much better. This is the built-in Windows text-to-speech. I hope folks on the Windows team are working on this. They know that there are better models out there. I'm actually putting Whisper into one of my projects that does some text-to-speech as well. So Avanta 1, I'm with you about using Whisper. It is really good. For most of the things that we do, just in and around and working with the operating system, the Windows H interaction, you see the microphone widget up there, works really good. So here we go. I can see the problem. Let me diagnose. NuGet version problem based on package published is blah blah. It should be 0.15.1. It comes from version JSON. The footer showing 0.13. It's coming from hard-coded version. I know. You told me you fixed this, you twit. Moving on while that's working. Let's go over here to our Minecraft project. So... Ooh, hang on. Full walkway bridge status report. Bridge service, always null at runtime. That's a problem. It's not registered in dependency injection. Yeah. Program CS wiring needs the DI registration. Track bridge elevation. Support blocks at water level block boats. Bridge geometry tests. There's a known failure in there, and there's some decision docs that haven't been merged. Boulevard bridges. I like the sound of that. Where the central street between columns crosses each east-west canal. Yeah. Per building entrance bridges, where each building's front path crosses its canal. It doesn't. Support pillars extending canal walls up to deck. Okay. We need to register that alongside the canal's feature flag. Fix track bridge water blockage. Okay, in-game verification. Right. Okay. The walkway bridges are fully built, just not plugged in. Going with the quick enable and track bridge fix. Rockets on it. Good. Do it. Make it so. Gonna implement it and update the bridge tests. The agents are working. They completed. All right, let's play some Minecraft. Registered in the DI and track the bridge water blockage. Ooh, gonna need a plunger for that. Let me see here. Nebula's caveat: the current 2 resource test fixture has both resources in the same row, so rails don't actually cross canals in tests. If you want belt and suspenders coverage. What's that mean? I don't know what that means. We can't connect yet. We need to make sure the server is running. Back over here. Get that running here. This is so much fun. It really is. And while I'm waiting for that, I'm going to peek back over here. Looking at the raw HTML, I need to search for 013 in the page content. Ooh. It's either in an undeployed file. Yeah. Find the hard-coded footer. Yeah, do that. We're gonna talk about you, Mr. Minecraft, in a minute. Belt and braces. That's right. I need to work on my British references here because I need to take the lift up and spell color and favor and some of these things right. And football. Make sure that I talk about football. Did you see the Wrexham Football Club won again the other night? And I know we've got a Birmingham supporter or two in here, but Wrexham's creating some distance between them and the rest of the league for that 6th playoff spot to get into the Premier League. Oh my gosh. If Wrexham made the league, oh my gosh. There's stuff out here. I'm going to run away. Run away. Ooh, there's our tower. Look at all these squinchy things. There comes our little doodad. What's it called? So here's the top of our tower. We still need to... looks like the stairs need some fixing. Need some good fixing in there. First database coming online. And we've got a JavaScript app. Came online. .NET app. Second .NET app. We got a Java app. Third .NET app. Got another database coming up. We might need a couple more floors on this. And we got a 4th. All right. And we've got 3 Azure resources. We've got another database coming up in the back. Let's see. We should see some canals spawn here in a second. Right. Database is done. Show me some canals. We got a fruit stand. And canals. Nice. Bridges. We've got bridges. Look at the bridges. Look at the bridges. Look at the bridges. They're just coming out the back of the buildings at this point. Not terrible. I'm okay with that. Look. We've got a bridge. We've got bridges. How are you over there? There's Damien. There's Fowler. They're working their fruit stand. It's a bridge. It goes over. That's not quite right. Let's take a screenshot. That's going to be hard to see that way. No. All right. Gonna fix this. It is a tiny bridge. I want a boulevard bridge that's majestic. Now, let's just get a bridge built first. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'll get there. Yeah. Yeah, we need these bridges to be a little bit wider and more at the center of the boulevard that goes between neighborhoods, not through the middle of a neighborhood. Period. Additionally, it looks like the stairs that lead up to both sides of the bridge are turned around and facing the wrong way. Period. Also, we shouldn't have bridges out the back of a building. I just want bridges across on the main boulevards that go through the middle of town. Alt-V. Paste an image. I learned that today. Brady's here! Yes, Alt-V. Paste an image in... What's this thing called? Copilot CLA. How are you, my friend? Brady, chat made me do it. Chat made me do it. Check this out. There's a little fruit stand over here. There's a little fruit stand. And look who's working the fruit stand. Look at the name of the fruit stand. That's right. Fresh fruit from Maddie and Company. There's Dancer. Yeah. There's two other NPCs running around town. I don't know where they went, but it's Maddie and Fowler. That was my interaction also. So, and I want to move the fruit stand to the middle of town. Like, I want the middle of town to have a grand fountain with a bustling marketplace around it. Fowler's working the fruit stand. Yes. So here we go. It's reworking those. While that's going on, I'm gonna stop this. All right. And they're either going to shoot me or they're going to giggle along with me because they think this is fun. Because why not? If you're gonna make a bustling town, you need some NPCs, and who better to have as NPCs but some of our Aspire friends that are taking care of your Aspire town and making sure that the farm animals and the villagers are properly fed. Right. So let's do this. Over here. Let's just do that quick search because we'll be able to find the villager service. Here we go. So, and we spelled Damien wrong. We'll just fix that. He's the butcher. Fowler's a fisherman. Spawn a villager. Build a fruit stand. Spawn villager entities. Let me take a look at this. Custom name visible. Persistence required. Yes. They have a profession. Do we need to change their professions? What other professions can we make? You volunteer as tribute. How you doing there, Pusto? You want a job in town? Okay. Sure. I want to add another villager or two here, period. But I don't know what occupations are available or if there are other models available for our villagers. period. I'd like to make sure that we add villagers for, quote, Brady, quote. And I'd also like to add a Scott.
Great Scott!
Right. Create them and give me a list of the occupations and different models that we might be able to assign to these NPCs that are going to be wandering around our town. You do put out fires, so do we have a firefighter? Can we make a firefighter? That'd be great to have a firefighter. Can we have a firefighter? Fritz's horses wander around town. And I want to move the fruit stand so it's somewhere in the middle. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Which of the great Scots? Yes. Scott is an armorer. And Brady's a librarian. That's actually not too far off. That's the one that's going to be Fritz right there. A cartographer, a Fletcher, a weaponsmith. Available villager types: plains, desert, jungle, savanna, snow, swamp, and taiga. Okay. Squat on your phone. I do want to make sure that I represent genders properly. Are there any models that reflect that? Question mark. So we've got Brady and Scott browsing the stand, passing by. Sure. Sure. Vendors are gender neutral by design. Okay. Okay. Profession changes: apron, outfit details, librarian glasses, or a farmer hat. That's fine. If you want visual variety, you could consider other entities: a witch, a wandering trader, iron golem, pillager, vindicator. I think Scott should be a oh no, despawns. Nope, don't want that. Different professions and biome types. Okay. Works for me. Are there any other team members? I think we should also add Dan. Who else? We'll play with more of that later. Just keep all the things. I already did that. Good. How are we doing over here? And this one, deleted source version JSON, stale override, tag pattern, deleted bad tag, new tag. So did it push my Blazor package? It did, and there's 15.1. Yeah, I don't want to be logging in right now. I want to be over here and over on this jawn. It says rejoining the server. $15.7. There it is. Nice. Everything got published. Anything shaking for the weekend? Yes. We're going to try and fix some of the issues that are going on with Charlie and the map, because there's some weird things going on with the map here, like that. But I need to call it a day here. I'm gonna be late for a meeting if I don't. So let me head over here, see who's on the big Twitch TV network that I can get you connected to. And I think I saw Bald Bearded Builder. I don't want to necessarily go to him every day, but I'm not opposed to it. Yeah, let me go just join him. Fantastic. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's been a lot of fun. I'll share some more about the Aspire Minecraft stuff as it builds and rolls out. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll be back on Tuesday, and I should have some fixes and updates on Charlie and the map. And we'll see if he's behaving better then. All right? Have a fantastic rest of your day, wherever you might be. I wish you good health and good coding. Take care. Thank you for that follow.